guys, welcome to What There Was podcast. Kind of an ode to the greatest comedians, Joey Diaz and Richard God. To a week it was podcast. I mean, yeah, it was week of May and how it was just like lots of top. It was just like a topsy-turvy month of May, and it was just like one thing to another. It was just like, oh yeah. It was just like you gotta walk into Monday morning kind of thing, like, oh, good lord. But yeah, it's the week of May, kind of like it was winding down and dark. I mean, like, let me talk to you. I mean, the last week of May was just like, I still can't even put into words how the last week of May, how it went. It was just like, I mean, walking into Monday, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a real tough trip. Tuesday, it's kind of like the same thing. Because I think was it week before I had a trip to the dental office, which, I've been there, done that. I was like, because it was scheduled for 11 o'clock. Would be there like 10:33. Went to the levels, checked out like the new digs, and like the whole dental was renovated. The last time I was there, I was like, wow. So I'm sitting there waiting, and there were more people coming in, so I got in, and it's like sitting there down there, I felt like it took like hours and hours and hours to get out. It was like, your mind is just like, getting home trying to figure out what the rest of the day was. My mind was just like warped because getting teeth clean, and it felt like it took like bloody hours, but it has to be done. But as you watch this Sunday night podcast. Yeah, so the rest of that day, besides having teeth down clean and figure out what's the next thing off the block, and then it was just recently that Wednesday took a road trip out to Regina, and it was like it's the quote unquote the powers to be to get her done, and it was like, oh god. So I had to get my rear end ready for what was a road trip to Regina to remember a little darky. Like, I remember it was Tuesday night, slept all that day, planning Wednesday in Liberty. It went the way it was like drawing up in my head, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna be up a certain time, shower, dog walking at 8, and in the truck. Stop off in Melville, and then I fell asleep. But like this was Wednesday. This was like last, just the it was. This was just recent, and fell asleep all the way to Regina. I was just like, woke up Regina. It's like 10:30-ish. Did a little pit stop, Princess Isle, make sure all the everything was hunky-dorky there, and then took the other one down to the sand, so the air half and I. We took a break for lunch. We went to Southland Mall in Regina. Shout out to the city of Regina. And look where was that? Sunrise Record Store. Sunrise Records was formerly Agent V. If you want to know the logistics how that went, Oh my god. Dog, let me talk to you. It was just like walking in. It was like the gates of music heaven just opened up for me. It was just like, I felt so bad that day. It was just bloody brilliant. Walking in, it was just like, let's kind of rewind back. Sort of the record store I just walked into was originally known as HMV, and it was all over the news. All HMV record stores, all the HMV music record stores was closed. They went down the ship. And you gotta ask yourself why. Because the people who run those HMV stores, they weren't doing their job, or they couldn't keep up, or they weren't making money. I don't know what HMV deal was, because I've been to HMV music stores like since I can remember. Even some bus that our town once had for that place went underwater. I was like, I was just like the nuclear bomb just went off. I was just like, I was just so devastated. And then when I heard that HMV was being rebranded and Sunrise Records were kind of like took over, and I was just like, oh my god. I was just like, And then when I checked out the newly version of HMV Sunrise Records and walking in, I was just like, oh my god. I look at all these music records, I was just like, I couldn't even stomach, but what I just saw was just like, so I'm saying like, what should I get? What should I get? What should I get? What should I get? I was just like, I was mad, possessed, and I was just like, because I was just like, they're super expensive, so it's a fucking music like a cool time. I mean, walking into record stores, it's like Christmas came early, it's just like, holy. And what I brought, Airborne. It's me there. I was just like, I did not know what album, because I was just like, and the other one was supposed to be about the Babyface of AC/DC coming soon. So we still have time. We've done chapters. Got Rock Sound. And I was like, okay. So then we had lunch back to the Proctor Sam Wheels at the dental office, and then there was these two construction workers. I don't know what was happening. And they told us, we have to move our truck, because it's just like it was completely utter BS. Like, if you're sitting in a truck, you're parking there, and you have somebody tell you, hey, we're going to move your truck because it's got a law and all that, and it's like, come on, dude, come on, dog. It was just like, okay. So we finally came home. It was just like, so I was like, I gotta figure out what supper was, and at least I had drum lessons that night, so it was just like, it was one of those WTF moments, WTF day. It was just like one thing was another thing. So the other one, we gotta figure out supper, because it's not nobody did all the thinking, planning, and strategizing. It was just like, well, am I supposed to do it all the time? So we went out. This was all on that Wednesday. It was just figured out stuff when we came home. And I was like, oh yeah, no. I was like, oh yeah, at least my brain was. So then that Wednesday night, when the drum lessons came home, you guys will see the next song we're going to play is Linkin Park's Heavy, which you guys will see that video very soon. By the time that was. It was just so happens it was June 1st already. I was just like, wow. Maybe just kind of like it came as a win, and it's June 1st. I was like,